Hey everyone, and welcome to the review of the Blokees StormTrooper action figure model kit. And I'm going to be comparing him with a bunch of different StormTroopers that I have. Serious question though, do I need more StormTroopers in my life? Here's a quick look at the box. Mild slight damage from shipping. Blokees logo, most of it is done in Chinese. Disney Plus sticker there for official licenses. Tells you exactly what you get in the box, but the box does feel a little bit plain on the back, and on the bottom some legalese in Chinese, all safeties and stuff. Here's the instruction manual. It is printed in full color for a mostly black and white soldier. Oh look, there's a little bit of orange print on here. Yeah, instructions is very easy to follow if you never built a model kit before. For me, I was freehanding it most of the way. I didn't really look at this instruction manual because I built so many Bandai model kits. I don't know if that helps or not, but this was definitely easier to build than a Bandai model kit because it also has slightly less parts than a Bandai model kit. Most of the time with the model kit parts, I use my hands to snap them off from the frame, but there are a few smaller pieces where I did use clippers to clip them off just in case I broke them. Here he is next to the Hasbro StormTrooper, SHF Shadow Trooper from 2015, SHF StormTrooper New Hope Edition, Bandai 1/2 scale model kit, bootleg model kit, and a Lego minifigure. The Blokees StormTrooper comes with a pair of fists, pair of relaxed hands, one pointing hand, and one gun holding hand that's unfortunately got the E11 blaster molded into the hand. That means he cannot put the gun down. If you swap the hands, you can't put the gun anywhere else, and I absolutely hate that. He also has a figure stand. There's a hole on the back for attachments, but it doesn't come with that. There's an alternative piece for the bottom of the foot, which has a gap in it, so you can stick your finger in there too for easy swapping, so that sort of affects the look of the figure. But the other one has a little peg that goes into the stand. I don't know why they have to do it like that. The stand is, I mean, it's got the texture there and has the Star Wars logo on there. If we compare that to accessories on some of the other figures, the Shadow Trooper also has a pair of fists, relaxed hand, pointing hand, of course, gun holding hand, and another open hand for supporting the gun. The regular SH A New Hope Edition also comes with a pair of fists, pointing hand, gun holding hand, and a pair of open hands for holding and supporting the guns. But it also has both the Shadow Trooper and the regular Figuarts and the model kit have regular E11 blasters that they can take off the hand, which is already 10 plus more points. But the SH also has these giant rifles there for different scenes, as well as this gun pouch attachment to go on the belt. And then finally, we're going to compare the Bandai model kit. Now, the Bandai model kit doesn't have any paint details on it whatsoever, but there are some color variations due to the black and white plastics put together. But even if you don't want to paint, there are alternative water slide decals, extra, some Imperial logos. I don't know what you want to do with that. As well as if you don't want to deal with decals, there are sticker sheets that are okay, but I never liked. The model kit has only a right fist but no left fist. It has a pair of open hands, it has a pair of gun holding hands, and it also has this extra pointy hand for the left hand. But like I said, it has a regular E11 blaster. It has this long rifle thing that they have, as well as this short pistol. It also has alternative parts for the joint between the lower leg and the feet. If I've used the black gummy plastic that they give me, but otherwise, if you want to have like some more, I guess, painted detail or something, you can use this alternative white joint there. It also comes with this stand, which just has the feet sort of plug into here, so the actual shape of the trooper is not altered for any stands, and it's just sort of plug into there. This plays a little bit loose, but you can easily super glue that down. And if you get the Sand Trooper variants, then you have extra backpacks, extra pauldron, extra guns, and a desert-looking stand. But we're just looking at StormTroopers here today. The model kit also comes with alternative belt attachments, so you can have the gun pouch on the left side or the right side. It's up to you. As for the Hasbro Black Series, you get the E11 blaster and that's it. So they don't really have any accessories apart from the gun. One gun. The Hasbro doesn't even have alternative gun pouches for the back. So in terms of accessories, yeah, Hasbro one loses badly. I think in terms of accessories, the Bandai model kit is the best because it comes with alternative hands as well as the most appropriate choices of different weapons. Second is the SH A New Hope StormTrooper because it also comes with a lot of hands, comes with a gun pouch as well as different weapons. And then we have the Shadow Trooper. It has the same amount of hands as the Blokees, doesn't have a stand, but hey, I'd rather have a gun that I can take out a hand. I'd rather have an individual molded gun than a stand. And then we have Blokees, and then finally we have the Black Series because or they just come with the gun and nothing else. In terms of the look of the figure, I say the proportions on the Blokees are a little bit cartoony because you can see that the waist area is way too small. But the helmet looks nice. It's got the good, a lot of colors and details painted on there. But I don't like that the lens are a flat plastic. It's not lensed, and I don't like these blue lines being so obvious. He's also missing paint details on some of these other parts of the body. Now, of course, the Bandai model kit, you gotta paint that yourself because it's a full-on model kit, but at least it comes with transparent plastic for the eyes that, yeah, you don't really see it too much and notice it too much, but you can see that under the light, the eyes are glossy, and with the slightly transparent feel, they do have that lens look to it. And yeah, sure, the rest of the body you do have to paint yourself, but I think the proportions, aside from the neck being a bit too short, I think the overall body proportions look pretty nice. And yes, he does have a more plasticky look because it's a model kit plastic, but I mean, they used plastic in the original movies. They have a shiny look to them as well. So in terms of accuracy, I think the model kit looks pretty nice. If we take a look at the Black Series, yes, we do have the darker blue lines painted on the helmet. We have all these gray bit painted there. We have this lining, but look, mine's printed off center. That's Hasbro quality control for you there. And it's also bad, the back's also badly painted, and this black outline there doesn't quite match the shape of the plastic, and it looks very cartoony. And yes, they do have extra painted details here and there, but oh look, misprint. It's pretty bad, and misprint on the chest as well. And finally, we have the SH Figuarts. Of course, it's the most expensive one here. And so yes, the blue lining there is actually etched into the plastic. There's actually molded lines there, not just paint. The lining there is not painted in, those are actually molded in. Transparent, very glossy eyes, and nicely painted mouthpiece. The chest dots are painted okay. My figure's yellowed a bit after a while, and it also got painted details on the back. No lining here. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. I've not seen that on other Trooper figures, so I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. But yes, the best detail, of course, goes to the SH Figuarts. Who would have thought? But if you're going to paint yourself, I say overall proportions, the Bandai model kit is pretty good. It's sharp, it's detailed, but if you like a smooth toy experience, the Blokees one is pretty decent. So, in terms of just look, yes, Figuarts is the winner, the model kit, Blokees, and then finally, the Black Series is the worst one. But if you don't want to paint yourself, then the Blokees one comes better and before the Bandai model kit. For articulation, the Blokees has a double neck joint and moves very smoothly. All the joints move very smoothly, and that's great. He does have a pop-out shoulder thing there, but it doesn't pop out as much as the Bandai model kit. So it does do a little bit of a job. That's good that it's there, but I wish it did more. Shoulder pattern on the hinge that goes up like that, but if you push against it, this is so easy to fall off. It does get a little bit annoying. Arm goes up, down, full rotation here. This one's a little bit stiff. Does have a double elbow joint, but the shape of the arm does get in the way. Peg and swivel for the hands. Torso goes back, forward, sideways. Ooh. Oh yeah, you can pop him out a little bit to move him a little bit more. So that's kind of cool. Leg also is on a hinge joint like the older SH Figuarts, so you can do that. So this leg can move quite a lot. He can kneel and do lots of poses. Swivel here, double knee joint, but it sort of gets in the way depending how you position it, but it's super duper ugly. This piece has a ball joint there. It doesn't get in the way of articulation. I don't know why it's a ball joint there, and it looks freaking ugly. I don't like it. Yeah, once you pose him more, he looks more like a model kit than an action figure. These pieces go up for your legs, but they are also very easy to pop off and can get annoying as well. Toe is on a peg and swivel, and you got a toe joint. So that's an extra joint that this one has that the model kit does not, that the Bandai kit does not. Yes, he can do a lot of poses. One bonus point about the Bandai model kit is that these guns, these energy packs and different accessories can be taken off from the E11 blaster for some slight customization. Now I remember lots of Stormtroopers in the past can't do the kneel on the ground and aim down the sight pose. Now Blokees, it can do it. It does show up some of his model kitness, but it can do it. Didn't take too long to get into this stance, so in terms of posing, Blokees is quite good. With the Bandai model kit, yeah, some joints move better than Blokees, but in terms of getting him into this specific pose, you do have to like take some time to fudge it a little bit, wiggle him a little bit. Eventually he can get in this pose, but you can see he's slightly, ever so slightly awkward, and the gun is not, not actually, his eyes are actually not actually going down the sights. The sights of the gun can't actually, while wiggling it a bit more, I can sort of get his eyes in the side, but you can see he's a little bit uncomfortable ever so slightly. The new Black Series, or the latest Black Series as of right now, can do the pose, does it decently well. You do need to, he's a bit more stiff than the other figures, but he can do it. As for the SH Figuarts, it was so easy to get him in this pose. Who would have thought that the most expensive Stormtrooper figure can be posed easier than the other ones? But you can see his body is very twisty. So in terms of posing, of course, the expensive Figuarts wins, but I think Blokees comes a nice second, and then I'm going to say Black Series is better than the model kit. The model kit does pose quite well, but in certain poses, it does get a little bit stiff. For a relatively cheap price, the Blokees Stormtrooper is fine. It's got some nice painted details, the model kit building process is pretty good, posing is decent, and it also moves quite smoothly. It's a decent Stormtrooper, but in this saturated market of Stormtroopers, it's just sort of pointless. It's slightly smaller than other scales, it's slightly smaller than any Star Wars figure collection that you might have, and while some aspects of it are slightly better than other options, the total package coming together is not better than other options. If you're in the West, like you're in the UK, Europe, or America, if you've considered the shipping fees and import fees and all the other stuff that you gotta deal with, it is so much easier for you just to walk down to a regular toy shop and get yourself a Black Series Stormtrooper. And there's so many different types of Stormtroopers that you can get. So why bother with this one? If you're in Asia, before we got Bandai model kits, and now we have bootleg Bandai model kits, which are still relatively decent, and also cheaper than the Blokees, and they also fit in scale with the Black Series or SH Figuarts or even Mafex. So why would you want this? Aside from the mentality that you must support the official products, there's no reason for you to want this. And if you want something a bit better, and you're willing to pay more for your ultimate Stormtrooper and the best Stormtrooper figure that you can get, you would go for the SH Figuarts. I don't have a Mafex, but people say the Mafex, the latest one, is also really, really good. So why would you get this one? They've also released a Darth Vader to go along with this Stormtrooper. But once again, we have Black Series Darth Vaders, so many different versions and updates from every single movie. We have SH Figuarts from different movies. We have the Bandai model kits as well as the bootleg model kits as well as Mafex. So once again, who is that Darth Vader for? If this Blokees figure was actually cheaper than anything else on the market, it would be worth it. But unfortunately, it's not. And it's also not good enough to be on the premium lines. So as decent as this Blokees Stormtrooper is, it's pointless to exist. And of course, I still can't get over the fact that they molded the bloody gun into the hand. That's just unforgivable. Blokees is a new brand rising up. It's got so many licenses, and some of the other stuff look really, really great. But if they're serious about getting into the 6-inch or 7-inch or sort of 1/12 line, they gotta step their game up. Otherwise, their figures are just pointless. Tell me what you think about this figure. Have you got one? Are you interested in getting one? And of course, subscribe, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon, and may the force be with you.